Welcome back. Oh, Father Lacey is there, right? Peter Wagner, Feng Bai. What does Feng Bai has to do with the case, though? Alright, alright. Can we actually Google the old tune? How are you, Ilya? After a brief wait, the standard STAC's terminal prompt switches to the message screen. Sorry about that, ensuring this conversation is off record. I've been well, thank you for asking. Have you enjoyed your time at the speakeasy so far? Certainly. When I first came to visit, I was worried there would be too much noise and too many people to feel comfortable. But Vincent told me that that's precisely the reason he only informed a select few about it. Conversations are hard to enjoy when you have to raise your voice. He certainly has an eye to keep things classy. He sure does. Oh, there's some more information about Björn. Björn Johansson, born 1891 in Scotia. Not much is known about him regarding the first years after his arrival in Bukovi. He was recently arrested and released on bail by the Bukovi police as he's suspected of committing a double murder, one victim being local politician Petru Lobado, Bukovi's treasurer. While the investigation is ongoing, other local politicians have submitted requests to the court of law to prioritize his trial to see justice prevail and calm the frightened citizens. The recent upsurge of interest has made news outlets dig deeper into his past. Many different sources ultimately cover the same information. Johnson worked as a laborer at a local steel mill and was seen conversing with Pedro Lombardo at a party that occurred right before the discovery of his body. The end. Nothing really new. Alright. Alright. Okay, so Father Lacey. Okay, so okay, this one. What do you want from me? Do you think you can remember the voice of the person who confessed? You see, Father Lace freezes up again, like claws have scratched down his spine. He shakes his head. No, I cannot remember. I don't want to remember. Let these memories die with me, I beg you. Seems Father Lacey is far too bad a mood to discuss this topic. But we can't do anything about the mood, because he likes the most, like, the hard liquor, which he can't even drink. And then, if they're too drunk, they just leave. So what am I supposed to do here? Let's give him the dry raw. As dry as you, I guess. Next time I'll just try the royal flush. Maybe he wants to talk more. Maybe he's one of the few or the only person who wants to talk more when he's super drunk. Which I don't understand. Okay, he's still in a bad mood, so I can't do anything but the confessor's voice. So he has to be in a good mood. How am I supposed to do that? We didn't fight anything out. Peter? Bartender. Peter. We're not there yet. Let's get your favorite. And next time I think we can talk. Like, I'll get you drunk and then we can talk. I have a feeling that he's going to be the victim next time, in the next case. Like, he's going to be the suspect. Why do I get the feeling? I don't know. Do you know about self-defense? I would have bet money on the killer taking Björn down, but never right off a Scotian, I guess. Björn fucked that guy up good and proper. Seen it before. The will to survive is just stronger in some folks than others. Can't believe Pedro set him up though. Fucking red. He had it coming. And then after that he says, let's have a nice calm chat. Yeah, sure. Do you whistle? You're really smart, aren't you? Let's hope the good father can pull it together then, for Johnson's sake. Do you know something about Pedro? You're asking me? Do I look like I'd be invited to one of those fancy den parties? I don't know, you probably clean up well. Two birds with one stone? Ah, good idea. Poor execution. Who disposes of evidence at the place of work? Especially after they'd just been at the scene of another crime. You should have at least dumped the body in a river or... Peter? Right. Sorry. Tell you this. Whoever this guy was, he knew where Björn worked. That he had a connection to Pedro and where Pedro would be that night. This was not some amateur. That we know. Feng Bai, maybe? Wait, did we do this already? I don't think so. I don't think I messed up a drink with her. Oh, I don't remember. Wait, I messed up the drink with someone. I can't remember who it was. Yeah, that's why I can't play games like these. Because I'm so bad at remembering stuff. I messed up with... no one. I guess it was Feng Bai. But I just... Ah, okay. Yeah. So... So she already talked about it. Right. Alright, let's get you a drink then. Are you an assassin? Did you kill? No, she would be dead then. Do you know the killer, maybe? Do you know whistling people? No. Wait, I can't really ask anything else, so... I'm not surprised they are one and the same. It would take a thoroughly evil person to kill someone like that. There's no way Mr. Johansson is responsible. Seems the time has come for Father Lacey to be bold. I'm sure he will muster up the courage if you ask him. I hope so. I know you wouldn't think it, but John was once a very different person. When he first took over as our priest, he was a bright young man, eager to guide his flock. Sadly, grief poured into his soul, and nothing gnaws away at a person like doubt. She still has it in him, somewhere. Have faith. No, he already said no. Two birds, one stone. Just set up. You're telling me that wicked murderer tried to kill Mr. Johansson as well? It sounds like he bit off more than he could chew. It's unfortunate that the killer's identity may be lost. I do hope his innocence can be proven some other way. But if they wanted to kill Björn as well. What kind of connection do they have? Because right now Björn is the suspect, but if they have killed him, then Björn wouldn't be there to be a suspect, you know? What the heck? I don't know. Maybe the connection is Lucas? Argument? Nothing. Alright. The setup? Ow! You needn't tell me these kind of awful things, dear. Don't frighten an old woman like that. Okay. No information. Next one. Vincent! Well, we are already besties. So there's your favorite drink. And after that I don't even have to bother with you. You have nothing really to say about the case. You just want to be angry. He's telling the truth. The second victim was Pedro's murderer. That's a mighty big if. It's easy to blame a dead man. Yeah, sure. Don't expect me to believe such tall tales, do you? Björn has just admitted to killing a man. Case closed. You are... not listening. It could be a week, you know? Just because the culprit was blonde, according to Clara, who didn't see well in the light. Don't think I have anything here to connect. We just have to get Lacey to talk with Björn. We'll just go to the next day and continue. But yeah, right. So there's a wig we could use, or there's a hat that she that can be mistaken as a blonde wig, blonde hair. Right, guys? Let's listen into this conversation. You shouldn't have gotten involved like that. I had to. If it means I can keep you out of jail, then I'll take that risk. Why? You're risking yourself just to help me. You know why. Very cute, guys. Lucas. False alibi. What do you... No, wait. Let's ask about the next clue first. So the murderer took Pedro's photogram and then lured Björn out there to kill him too? What a despicable monster. I'm glad he got his comeuppance. All of this would be simpler if the monster wasn't crispy and black now. We have to tell him the truth. Well, we shouldn't have been so hasty. I'm so sorry. We've made a right old mess of this, haven't we? Yes. Yes. Well, we can fix it somehow. Your drink? Okay, I can ask about the false alibi. But then he will just talk about what Björn already confessed, wouldn't he? Want to talk about something lighter? Coffee recommendation. Do I look like someone who needs coffee? Do I appear relaxed? Am I lacking in anxiety as the police try to frame my partner for murder? No coffee then? Of course I'm drinking coffee, despite the fact that it is definitely not helping me. But I'm not sleeping anyway. I may as well stay up all night researching obscure Southern law books, which might offer a loophole for Björn. Any luck? None. And Vincent won't let me borrow legal manuscripts from Libraria. Not that they would help. I checked out law books from the municipal depository of legal literature. Useless! When I read everything I could get my hands on, I started calling people instead. Again, the coffee helped. Who did you call? Anyone and everyone. A retired judge, 3 lawyers, my stepfather. None of them seemed hopeful. Still, if I had to recommend a coffee for the best edition, Yerba Red has worked for best for me. How? Well, it keeps my head clear, gives me some focus, and it really gets the heart racing when you need an extra kick at 3 AM. Oh, and it's got a nutty aftertaste, and overtones of cranberry and damson. Maybe you should ease up on the coffee? Whatever helps you get through this tough time. Yes, thank you, I appreciate that. Maybe I should cut down to 7 cups though? 7 cups? Yes, maybe. Alright. Alibi? Ah, I see. I'm so sorry, Bartender. I never should have lied. Just didn't see any other way. I made everything worse. You're lucky you only lied to me. False testimony is a crime. Goodness, what good am I if I can't even protect the people I care about? You should tell me the truth. If Björn is innocent, the facts will prove it. Ah, you're right. I'm not helping by creating confusion. No more lies. You have my word. Well, it's too late, isn't it? The killer's confession? Oh yes, good work! I'm sure Father Lacey will be able to clear all of this right up. Keep calm, Lucas. I still need to convince him to speak to Björn. I'm sure he'll help when you tell him what you told me. Perhaps if you can calm down a bit first. He likes a nice royal flush, doesn't he? I know. But I don't think that helps. Because he's going to be drunk then. Evening, Björn. What do I mean by the machine? There's a big machine that's been set in motion and it's designed to burn up people like me. But it's more than that. What do you mean? The machine is a concept from literature. It's from a book. Well, a pamphlet originally. The writer called it a treatise? I realized I only read this word before and never pronounced it. Treatise? Treatise? Treaty? I don't know. But to my mind, that's a grand term. His name was Alexis Abruvos from Usalka. He wrote about the machine. He coined the phrase, but he argues the machine has always existed, and it will always exist, and I agree. What is it? Abruvos says the machine appears in all cultures at some point. It's a complex idea, but here's the basics. The machine is the gears of industry, commerce, and the law. And there are 2 types of people who are affected by the machine. There's those that control the levers that make the machine work, and there's those that get ground up and burnt to fuel the machine. Abruvos says, the machine doesn't care if you don't believe in it, you still burn. The machine doesn't care if you want out, you still burn. The machine doesn't care if you control the levers, you have to use them and they will still burn. Sometimes the machine burns you up so slow you don't notice, but you still burn. So what are we supposed to do? Abruvos isn't too optimistic. He says every time we realize we are part of the machine, those hurt by it will rise up, but in its place they will build a bigger and more complex machine. Subtler, but eventually even more cruel. We are doomed, I agree with Abruvos. No, I think we can build a better system. As a theory, it all seemed a bit doom and gloom for me before all of this, but I think deep down I knew it was true. No, I'm on the wrong side of the law. I feel myself get burned up. I see the truth, but I know there's nothing I can do about it. Despite everything happening, it's good to see your face, Paul. No, it's not. Wait, I have to give you your drink. Do I have any more questions for him, though? Oh, I could ask about the argument. I figured you'd hear about that sooner rather than later. What was the argument about? Can't tell you that, I'm sorry. Just wouldn't be right. It was something between me and Mr. Lombardo. Your freedom might depend on this. I know, but I shouldn't break his confidence. Not after the man's been murdered. I understand? No, I don't understand. Why? Why? Why will you not talk? Did I ask about the first one? I don't think we need to ask. But I mean... Why not? Clara's statement. Goodness, that must have been frightening. I'm glad the poor lass wasn't harmed. Tall blonde man. Well, that doesn't sound good for me, does it? But I promise you, it wasn't me. I believe you. That means a lot. Really, it does. Okay, how's Lucas? How do you think? He's in bits. In bits. He's a mess. Scrabbling to try and find some rich or powerful connection that can get me off the hook. Or some loophole that can get me out of bother. Any luck? It's pointless. You're battling against the machine. The best thing he can do is keep his distance from me, or it will chew him up too. If I can help you, you should let him. Keep an eye on him for me, will you? He's sensitive, but he's tougher than he looks too. He'll get through this. But still, do me a favor and look out for the lad. I do what I can. Well, Peter's still there. Not yet. I have to get you drunk. The thing is, does the affection rise without the favorite drink? We don't know. I guess I could try. No. Let's get the affection up first. I don't really... Whoa! Almost messed it up. Oh god. Okay, so... I was about to say I don't want to mess it up and then have to wait one more round. And then I almost messed it up with the drink. Ah, no, I don't want to talk. Nah. Okay. I actually don't have any more questions for you. Do you have anything to say? Rookie mistake. Coming up with a cover story that thin. I'm not surprised. The lad's wetter behind the ears than my goldfish, Stephen. You have a goldfish named Stephen. Okay. You have a goldfish. Nah, just making sure you were listening. I hope your weasel cop friend will have the decency to let him off the hook for this. When you really care about someone, you do whatever it takes to protect them. Laws be damned. You should make sure your pet knows that. Speaking from experience. I've done a lot worse and lied to the cops for a broad, I tell you that. Ah, romantic. I don't want to mess up the affection level. Have you ever been to a confessional? That's nasty business. Think you're hunting a real sick puppy squid. Should leave well enough alone and let the blue-eyed wonder handle this. At least if he ends up 6 feet under, he's signed up for this. I'm hoping it won't come to that. Okay. Oh, wait. Were you at the party? I don't think he was. You're asking me? Yeah, I mean. Right. I don't have anything. Vincent shakes his head disapprovingly, but his face betrays a mix of sadness and concern. Lucas is a young man from a good family with solid prospects. He's risking a lot by putting his neck on the line here. I know. Let's get some basic information, maybe. What's this? Tell me you're not investigating this. I can understand Lucas refusing to face the far effects, but I really hoped you were wiser than that. I am, and I solve it too. Do as you wish. I've told you all I know, so you have to pester someone else for more information. Yeah, I know. You're just there. Of course, how could I have been so short-sighted? So a murderer dealt with Petro, stole his portogram, and then lured Björn out to the metalworks to kill him too. But why? Why Björn? What connects him to Petro? That's the question. Well, yeah, this is infuriating. How could he be so foolish enough to burn a body, and Petro's portogram along with it? We'll have to find another lead. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. So let's hope the next day will have... Did I don't think I got anything out of it. Yeah. I just continue. Because I hope Father Lacey will be there. No! Oh, no. Okay, Father Lacey is not there. Why are you saying this, Björn? I don't understand. Yes, you do. I know Vincent doesn't like me much, but I know he's right. You've too much to lose sticking with me. It's just not worth it. That's my decision to make. I have nothing to lose that is worth more to me than you. I'm not going anywhere. How can you even suggest that? Oh, cute. Just don't give up, please. I'm sure this will all get cleared up and we can get on with our lives. And if it doesn't, then we have to deal with it together. Very cute. Ilya. These are all people that don't really have anything to say, do they? Like, I know Lucas and Björn are like the main people here, but they have nothing. They just made a mess out of everything. Sugar syrup. Oh, this says sugar syrup. Should be sweet enough then. Oh, this one also has sugar, but she can't drink that. Okay, okay. Coconut cream is also quite... Okay, I go with the wake-up call. Let's see if you like that. If you like coffee. I mean, coffee, chocolate, it's so kind of close. Maybe not, but you know. Okay, no. Two birds, one stone. Interesting. The culprit used Petro's portogram to set up a second murder. Whoever it was, they were clever, cold-blooded, and aware of the connections between Petro and Björn. Yeah. What is the connection? Björn doesn't want to tell us. Which makes everything just a mess. That was unwise. If he told that lie to the police, Mr. Crown could be charged with obstruction of justice, or even as an accessory after the fact. Please tell me if I get... Oh, yeah. You have nothing more to tell, do you? A confession from philosophical curiosity rather than guilt. A blatant disregard for social rules and distress of others, and exploitation of the seal of confession. Oh, and the murders, of course. Fascinating. How so? It's rare to encounter this kind of psychopathy in the wild, as they say. The human mind really is endlessly confusing, but fascinating. I suppose so. Björn's alibi? No information. Okay. And she's gone. Vincent doesn't really have anything to tell either. Lucas? Let's get you your drink. We just have to wait for Father Lace. I guess he will be there the next day. The setup. Let's see. Oh, I have to ask about the argument. Oh god, I forgot about that. Now you see why the situation is so difficult. If Björn confesses this to the police, it's his word against theirs. Will they even believe it was self-defense? I'll find proof. I was so terrified that night. I'm still not sure we made the right decision, but in the moment it felt like we had no choice. I don't really understand, but sure. The argument. What do you know about it? So Vincent saw Björn and Pedro talking, and you want to know what it was about? Yes, that's right. Well, considering Vincent's actions, I'm sure you understand why I'm reluctant to trust anyone right now. I understand, but we are besties. Lucas takes a deep breath, then looks around to make sure nobody's listening in. He leans in closer and begins to talk. A few weeks ago, Björn was waiting for me outside the bank after work when Pedro approached him. He was one of our clients. Pedro asked if Björn was interested in earning some extra money. Sounds shady. Yes, clearly. But he agreed. Björn received a large sums of money on his account from an unknown party and he wired 95% of it to a string of other accounts. The remaining 5% was his to keep. Isn't that money laundering? He had no idea, of course. Björn doesn't know anything about the corruption that runs rampant through Bukovi politics, let alone what money laundering even is. Pedro spun him some sub-story, played him like a fiddle. Unknowingly, Björn had become a mule, as they call it. Every time he spotted a large sum of money in his account, he did what was asked and forwarded it to the account numbers he was given. So that's the connection. After I bailed him out, Björn told me all about it. Naturally, I did not want to add to his list of alleged crimes, so I told him to keep quiet about it. Apparently, a few days before the murders, Björn hadn't received the usual payment. When he spotted Pedro at the party, all he did was ask if the job was over. Of course, discussing money laundering in public is not something a politician wants to be caught doing, so he angrily hissed at Björn to leave him alone and went upstairs. That's all Björn told me. It's not a good look for him, but anyone who knows Björn would realize he is not knowingly capable of financial crimes, far less murder. Okay. So we know something more now. Sit down. For now we have nothing more. Okay, Björn. Time to tell us the truth. You were a mule. Lucas told you the truth, eh? He wanted to protect you? I need to know these things if I'm to help you. I know that. I'm not upset. It wasn't right to hide it from you. Just felt wrong to tarnish Mr. Lomardo's good name. Do you know who the other party was? I haven't the foggiest. Mr. Lombardi never told me, but considering his actions were illegal, I suppose he was no angel. I think I know someone who would know about that. Peter? That's what Peter is here for? I guess. Maybe Carla does have something to do with everything. Since she just left. Okay. Peter. Okay, let's get you drunk. And then you can tell us about Carla. 7. You need a 7. 7. Drama Queen. Oh. Ooh. Sometimes my mouse is a little bit janky. Or the connection to the PC is not really working sometimes. Okay, Carla, so you're unemployed now. Peter looks at you through narrowed eyes. Now lubricated with alcohol, it seems he's ready to talk. His expression softens as he lets his guard down a little, becoming surprisingly somber for his usual doing. Spare me your teasing, bartender. I'm really not in the mood for it. You're just down about a job. What's the matter? There's no point beating around the bush with you, is there? You'd squeeze it out of me sooner or later anyway. She's fucking dead, Squirt. What? Yeah. There was nothing in the papers about this. You've got your fingers on the pulse, huh? There hasn't been a peep because I'm keeping it that way. Ooh, you're that powerful? The days when journalists risked their lives investigating the crime underworld are long gone. Journalists sit around their offices now drinking Joe. You're lucky if they're brave enough to poke their nose out the window. I'd rather rework Bukovi PD press releases. And any chance of exposing blue-collar shit, forget about it. The papers are owned by the people who need to control the press and have the money to make it happen. The press is crooked. What do you think, Squirt? Yeah, I'd say the press is pretty crooked. I worked all kinds of jobs and 1 or 2 of them were all about making sure the right folks got the right stories printed. Or the wrong folks. The right folks are the ones that pay me. The wrong folks are the dead ones. Not hard to remember. Keep it simple, partner. That's my advice to you. And at all times, keep your nose out. Bukovi is a powder keg. As soon as news of Carla Kick the Bucket gets out, it will be bedlam. We'll have a street war on our hands. Enough folks looking to fill its shoes already. So how did she die? Carla met a brutal end at the hands of someone you never want to meet. I could barely recognize the body. Would hate to find yours in a similar state one day, that's all. Hey, at least your depth is off now. I wasn't lying. So 3 bodies now. It's good, but are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Just never expected to outlive Carla. Never mind find her body like that. She always seemed invincible, you know. 3 steps ahead. She was unpredictable, but my world is an unstable one, and she kept things quieter. She made it seem like no matter what happened, we had a plan for it. I've seen plenty folks get messed up, but this was a bad scene, Squid. I got a strong stomach, but it's different when you see someone like Carla in that state. Felt like I had taken my first step down the wrong road, and there's no way back. I had to take care of it before anyone else saw. Carried her out to the car in the dark and drove an hour out of the city to go dig a pit in some forgotten pisshole off the road. Had to torch my gloves along with her books after it was done. Had to torch my gloves. Okay, they were soaked. Sat in the grass and smoked half a pack of Marlows before I could get behind the wheel again. Shook you up. Don't worry about me. Worry about the mess left behind. Goodness, who knows how bad things will get now. I need another drink. Scotian Mule. Should have known he was involved in all of this, the lumbering fool. You know something? Well, for once I actually do. Of course, it's because this sort of stuff is entirely crooked. I presume that's why you asked me. Sorry. Doesn't matter. No point keeping her secrets now anyway. You're a third party? It was Carla. Who else could afford to bribe the goddamn treasurer of Bukovi? All thanks to people like you taking out loans. She was making big plays, getting ambitious. When you rule the underworld, eventually you look around and realize you are still under the people with real power. Pedro was as greedy as they come. Bribing him was an easy ticket into both his cash book and his inner circle, increasing Carla's influence over local politics. If you ask me, she was flying too close to the sun. Guys like that can't be trusted. The respectable types will always see us as garbage, no matter how high we climb. When Carla came out of the darkness, they burned her up. But who the hell ever listens to me, right? I was hired for my muscle, not my brains. Or looks. Ha! Naturally, my advice doesn't get heeded too often. Like when I advise a bartender not to dig into this kind of stuff. Alright, I get the hint. So the news about Carla's demise would change everything about your work. Put that together, did you? Yeah, her little vacation is already putting people on edge. And some folks are getting rowdy, getting some real funny ideas. Once the truth gets out, there's gonna be some serious upheaval in my world. Nope, there'll be much sitting around anymore. I need to get ahead of this. Need to sort out what I'm gonna do. You could quit? I don't know. What else am I good for? See my mates climb over each other to climb to the top. But not you? Maybe I'm getting too old for this. Or too soft. You have been nicer recently. Yeah, well, you've grown on me. Kinda like a fungus. I suppose if someone put a contract on you now, I wouldn't even do it. I'd probably cut off someone else's finger and say it was yours. You might need to wear gloves for a while. How romantic. But I guess I'm at this sort of crossroad. There's only two ways I can go. I can't see a way to split the difference. What are the two roads? The first one isn't too different from the road I'm already on, but it's gonna get real bumpy. I can see how things are getting worse on the streets. Once that obituary is in the papers, it's gonna be chaos. Do I stop up, grab Carla's throne before anyone else has a chance to make a play for it? Do I try to keep up? Because if I go down that road, I'm gonna have to become the monster folk already think I am. Worse than that. The folks that will survive those street wars are gonna be the ones that are willing to do whatever it takes to come out on top. The survivors ain't gonna be the cleverest or the calmest ones. Are you sure? Oh yes, this ain't the first underworld war. I've been through 5, maybe 6 if you count the distillery affair. Every time the same things happen. For worse get worse, and the rest get dead, and I always chose the first option. That's why my face is so interesting looking. But there is another way. Sure, there's always another way. And what? Leave and become an average schmo? What do you think? I become some loser? Some nobody? Peter, talk to me. Look, I got friends that walked that road, left alive and went straight. It ended badly for them. They were smarter than me. What chance have I got? Even with Carla too dead to send her goons after me for ditching her. The same thing doesn't have to happen to you. Yeah? Say settle down, move out of the city, start working at a market stall, selling cucumbers to grandmothers, making small talk with the farmers and customers, really connecting with the common man. And one day some old man comes in and he recognizes me from my scars. He remembers how I kneecapped his nephew for missing payments on a fucking loan for a barn extension. When the old bastard turns up at my market stall with his 6 burly cousins and I've got no weapon and my guard is down, how am I gonna explain to them that I'm a changed man who has found redemption and peace before they stab me with a fucking pitchfork and throw my corpse in a grain silo? Maybe avoid farmers, it doesn't have to be that way. I don't know, Squirt. You really think I got it in me to start over? Turn a new leaf? Goodness knows I would have broken your legs last week if the boss asked me to. Would have felt bad about it obviously, but I still would have done it. Knowing that, you still think someone like me deserves a chance at a regular, legitimate life? Him maybe should stay true who you really are. I believe you can do it, and I want to help you. Everyone deserves a chance of redemption. This is your one chance to be in control. You should take it. Wait, does the last one mean control over Carla's throne or control over his life? Like, you can decide who you are? I hope. That's why I don't want to take it. I would actually do this one, but I'm not sure what they want to say with that. So I'll just say, I believe you can do it. Well, I consider it. Thanks for having some faith in me, Squid. Squid, that means a lot. I guess you're telling me what I need to hear, and I appreciate it. Now let's change the subject before I get all mushy. Okay, you found out quite a bit. That's good. You could ask Björn if he knows Carla. I'm sure I've heard the name before, but none from Petro. Isn't she the one Peter works for? The roguish one always brooding in the corner over there? Yeah, she's a loan shark. I was delivering money for someone like that? Just what did Mr. Lombardo rope me into? I just wanted to make a little money on the side. I should take Lucas to dinner for a change. I could take Lucas to dinner for a change. Bring him fresh flowers at work. I trusted Lombardo. This is where it got me. Sorry, Björn. Despite everything happening, it's good to see your face, Paul. Okay. Can't ask anything more. Maybe Lucas knows? Petro was dealing with a person like that? Oh, Björn, what have you gotten yourself into? Okay, you don't know anything more. I guess Hugo knows more. Let's see if Vincent knows more. Some loan shark was bribing our treasurer? Goodness! Who knows how much damage it has done? No wonder the mobsters in the city seems to be getting bolder by the day. My appetite for... Okay. Okay, he is not really helpful. Go sit down. Can I Google Carla? No. I guess that would have been nice, but useless. Got your mule. Petro was using Björn as a money mule? No wonder he was keeping quiet. But why did the payment stop, I wonder? If the police were on Petro's tail, I would know about it. Perhaps more importantly, who was that third party? Some deal ended poorly. They may have had a hand in his death. Yeah, I know who it was. Petro used Björn as a mule to accept bribes from Carla? I had heard whispers she'd been ambitious of late. She was trying to get into politics. Seems Petro was the ticket. Seems this little venture ended badly for both of them. They were noticed, but by who? Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's it for today. Even though everyone is still here, don't really have anything to talk about. But let's connect something. I hope there's something to connect. We did find out some more stuff. These ones. Okay, I think this is also not needed anymore. And this, I guess. Okay. Just want to see, like, the killer could also be Carla's killer. Wait, when did she die? Last week. Yeah. That adds up. False alibi. Okay. Wait, the argument. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, we just have to get Father Lazy, and then I guess we can connect more. But we'll leave it for now, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!